Welcome! In this video, you'll learn the basics of Zoho Learn, the powerful learning management system that helps you create, share, and manage training content, SOPs, and courses to onboard and train your team effectively. So what is Zoho Learn? Zoho Learn is a centralized platform for building your company's knowledge base and training programs. It allows you to create manuals, articles, courses, quizzes, and track learner progress all in one place. Let's start by logging into your Zoho Learn account through Zoho One or directly. You'll find key sections like spaces to organize content, manuals for grouping articles, and courses to build structured trainings. Let's create a manual which helps organize your process documents, then add articles as step-by-step guides or SOPs using templates. You will be able to add text, images, and even videos to make your instructions clear and engaging. To create a manual, first you'll need to go here in the Create section in the Knowledge space. Before creating a manual, we'll need to create a space. You'll need to provide a name, a brief description, if you like, and you can also type name or email to add the members. So for now, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna create this space. Perfect. So now you'll be able to see all of the manuals, articles, or courses related to this specific space. Now we can go back to the knowledge section and we're gonna create a manual. We're gonna name it test manual. You can also enter a description, and then you can select the space in which you want to locate it. Now, important thing, if you don't have any spaces yet, you won't be able to create a manual and put it in a location because it's not gonna work. It's just gonna be, let's say, in the limbo. So Zoho Learn does not allow that. So you'll need to go back to spaces and then create a space so that you can put this manual into that certain space. So I'm gonna select our test space. Now I'm gonna enable the privilege as contributor. I'm gonna create, and there we go. Now we have our manual. Now, after creating our manual, let's create a new article. So you can either be inside the test manual and create a new article by clicking on the plus button. You can also build from templates. You can embed file into an article, or you can also upload a file from a device. So let's go with blank. You'll need to provide a name for your article. So I'm just gonna name it test article. And I'm also gonna create a chapter. Now, when you create a manual, you don't have any chapters inside this manual. So it is recommended that you have chapters, so you better organize your articles. So I'm gonna just name it testing. So I'm gonna add it, and then I'm gonna create it. When I create it, this will look like Zoho Writer, in which you'll be able to enter styles for your fonts. You'll be able to insert images, tables, drawings, even equations, videos, or more. You can also enter widgets for audio, video, or a PDF viewer. For now, we're just gonna name it. We're just gonna enter some random text. There we go. And when your article is ready, you can publish it for everyone by being notified if you click publish, or if you don't need to let your members know about your article being published, then you can just select publish without notifying, or you can also publish with your version notes. To view a quick view, select the preview, and then you'll be able to see how your article will look like when published. So I'm gonna publish the article. Before publishing the article, you can also set a verification. So if you need this SOP to be verified every once in a while, then this is where you will be able to set that up. The verifiers can be the editors, the editors, admin, and contributors, editors and admin, or editors and selected users. For now, I'm gonna go with editors only. And then you can select the verification reminder interval, which can be between every 2 weeks, every month, every 3 months, every 6 months, every year, or on a custom date. For now, I'm gonna go with every year, and I'm gonna save it, and I'm gonna publish it. Perfect. Now we have our first space, our first manual, our first chapter, and our first article. Now let's go back. Where do I find my manuals? Well, simply you just go to your knowledge, and then you'll see your manuals. But where do you find your articles? You can go to My Articles, and then you can also look your bookmarks. You can see the manuals that you have shared or the articles you have shared, and also you can explore. This is where your organization's knowledge is going to be. So when you have other spaces created by other team members and they have been shared with you, you can also explore those spaces and manuals. Now let's move on to the learning. So in here, you'll be able to create courses. You'll be able to see your learning, your authoring. You can also explore other courses that have been shared with you, and you can also see question banks. Let's go into create. In the create button, you will be able to create a new course, a learning path and add courses, a question bank, or a SCORM course. You're gonna upload an SCORM package if you already have it. Let's create a course first. Let's call it test course. You should enter a brief description about this course, but for now we're gonna skip it. I'm gonna create it. Perfect. So in here you'll be able to add lessons. You can import it from other courses if you already have one, or you can link articles to a lesson. You will be able to add a chapter. Let's say chapter 1, onboarding. So let's create this chapter. Now chapter 2, testing. Perfect. And so on. You can create as many chapters as you like. Now you can add tags such as, let's say, onboarding, and let's say testing. And you can also select other co-authors. You can add them here, or you can add other resources from your desktop or laptop, or also from the cloud. Let's say that I want it from the cloud. So I'll be prompted with a new window in which I can select either Zoho Word Drive, Google Drive, Dropbox, OneDrive, or Box. Of course, you will need to integrate this and verify your account with each provider, except Zoho Word Drive, because if you already own that as a Zoho One owner, then it's gonna be linked, and if not, it's gonna be set up really quick. But let's say that you want to go with Google Drive, then you will need to authenticate with Google, and then you will be asked for your credentials in order to be connected to this Zoho Learn as an API. Okay, now you know that. Let's go here and let's add a lesson. The lesson name will be onboarding test. So I'm gonna create it, and then I will be able to add content. You can also rename it or delete it if you have made a mistake. So In here, when you are about to select the content that is going to be for your chapter or your lesson inside that chapter, you can select if it's going to be a video, if it's going to be an assignment, a SCORM, a quiz, a document, text, or blocks. So let's go with blocks to see what it is. Perfect. So let's add content to this lesson. We'll need to click the plus icon to create our first block. Let's select text. We're gonna go with a paragraph, and then in here you'll be able to select and enter any text that you see it's suitable for this lesson. Let's go with list. There we go. So now we go with A, now we go with B, C, and let's say that all of these are just D. Perfect. Now let's go with the process, adding lesson process, lesson. There we go. You can add more as in process, and you'll see this is the first page, second page, third page, and so on. So I'm gonna delete the whole block. Then let's see a preview, and as you see on the left how much you have completed. And then to complete the lesson or the course, then you go here into onboarding test. And because this is the only thing that we have, it's the only thing that's going to be showing. So I'm going to complete this course. Perfect. Now we're going to publish it. And perfect. Now we have our first course created. There we go. So this is your authoring. So if you go in there, you'll be able to edit it as well, the content. Same thing, you'll be able to edit all of the courses that you have over here. This is how it's gonna be. If you go with the course, so you select continue course, let's see, complete the course. In the settings section, you'll also be able to drip the schedule, show discussions if any. You can modify the URL of this lesson, or you can delete the lesson. You can see attachments, you can add them from here too. And as you can see here, you'll be able to see the tags that we added, the onboarding and the testing. Now let's go to spaces. So in spaces, you'll be able to see all of the spaces that are inside your organization and the spaces that you have created. You can also create reports in which you have multiple options. You have My Reports, in which you will get detailed reports of your progress and performance in the courses you have enrolled in. You can see Multiple Course Report to get a comprehensive report of the learner enrollments and their progress in all the courses. Multiple Learner Report, in which you will be able to get a comprehensive report of all the learners enrolled and their progress. Or the Individual Course Report, in which you can select an individual course and get a detailed report on the enrollments and learners' progress. Same thing for the Individual Learner Report. And finally, you'll be able to see the Knowledge Analytics, in which you will be able to monitor and analyze the activity in your knowledge base and the contribution from the users. So try Zoho Learn today to supercharge your team's training and knowledge sharing. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on using Zoho effectively. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.